Hi, I'm Blake.
That's fucking right you are.
Hi, I'm Blake.
Who's Blake?
Hi, I'm Blake.
Hi, Blake.
Hi, Blake.
We're done.
And we are back on
God damn it.
Unfiltered Bachelor. Welcome to the channel. We are breaking down Little Dicky's Dave. That's the name of the show,
It's a
right?
series, yeah.
Name of the series. Called Dave. We're on episode 2. What is this one called?
Dave's First.
That's what this is called?
I believe so. Look it up.
No. Yeah. Dave's First. Oh, yeah.
Something first. But I think it's Dave's First.
We'll go with Dave's First because I'll change the episode. Like,
You changed the episode. Dude,
You're an
You got the fucking phone right there.
fuck, man. I don't want to look this up.
Yeah, I don't want to care.
All right. Facts. All right. So, you know who I'm going to look up?
Gandhi.
Taylor.
Oh, you're going to look up my Taylor?
Taylor?
Taylor, my future girlfriend? Yeah, that's cool.
You talking about my future ex-wife?
Well, that's fine. I'll date her when you're done. Whatever. Yeah. It's cool.
I'll take it when you're done. Fuck it.
Missiak. Taylor Missiak.
Taylor Missiak.
Missiak.
You know how old she is?
She's like young.
She's like my age.
She's real.
Yeah.
She's 43?
Yeah.
No, man. Never would have thought it. Crazy. She's what, like, she's 88, I think she was born?
92.
God, I'm old. Okay. So.
Well, we're going to stop now.
I'm going to just walk home.
Thanks a lot, everyone. It's been a great episode guide. There we go. That's probably Dave's First.
Dave's First.
And that has.
Hey, while you're in the episode guide,
This
can
actually
you
has
confirm
higher
9
ratings
episodes?
So according to IMDb,
Yeah.
this has higher ratings than the first one.
You know what? I would agree with that, and we will get into that.
Okay.
Can you confirm? We got 9 episodes?
We have 10 episodes.
It's going to go 10.
Episode 1. Yeah, there's 10 episodes.
Sweet.
Okay.
All right. So if you have not listened to the last episode,
Go do that first.
or just watch Dave.
Hi, I'm Blake.
Heads up, we're going to spoil shit because we're literally just breaking down the entire episode.
Okay, you're welcome.
Yeah. You know you want it. Well, that just sounded like the start of a
Of a porn I saw.
Hey, can we just
night.
like back up and cut over and like, so we're going to have spoilers because we're going to break down the episode. All right. So episode 2,
Dave's First.
where we left off, Dave's First. We left off Dicky.
So it starts off with Dicky being in the store.
Insta. Yeah. So this one starts off, he's just in a random grocery store with Gata.
Yes.
And they're looking at body wash / shampoo. And Blake loses his mind over
I
the
have
fact.
an issue with this, first of all. Because he's looking...
Bad news, LA grocery stores, you're about to get lit up.
First of all, I have an issue with this. Because he's clearly in an aisle that has toilet paper, mops, cleaning supplies, and in one section, it has men's grooming.
Men's hygiene.
Yes, men's hygiene. First of all,
Dude,
I've been to Target,
they're not touching.
Walmart, and HEB. I guarantee you.
In the great land of Tejas.
In Texas.
Not in Los Angeles.
I'm supposing it's this way in any fucking state you've been in.
I've
and
been
I don't
to
care.
Illinois grocery stores, and I do got to tell you that, yeah, they don't got soap next to mops.
Do they have soap next to the mops, next to the toilet paper?
Toilet paper, maybe. Like the mops and the toilet paper were in the same aisle.
Mops and toilet paper I could see.
Yeah.
Next to men's grooming, hygiene, whatever.
Hygiene, no.
With a button that says press for assistance.
That I haven't seen anywhere, but I understand why they got it. So, anyway.
I have problems.
So, getting over Blake's stupid-ass problems because he's evidently a grandfather suddenly. So, Dicky's sitting there, and he's just looking at some two-in-wash, conditioner. And,
did you say tuna wash?
I tried to say two
in
in
one?
one wash, and I said 2 in wash.
I thought you said tuna wash, and I'm like,
I mean,
he did walk in with tuna sandwich.
He did walk in with tuna salad. Actually, they didn't say if it was tuna salad. They just
it just said tuna,
sandwich.
and like they were like, this motherfucker smell like tuna sandwich. Let me get him out of here. Motherfucker come and smell like tuna.
But yeah, like so Dicky's just sitting there with Gator, and they're
he
talking
has a 3 in
about,
1, not even a 2 in 1.
Yes. Which they didn't say it, but quite clearly
he said, I have a problem. He's like, I could understand
the Axe brand.
if you, it's clearly the Axe brand that he's holding.
Yeah.
And he goes, he's like, I have a problem. He goes, my problem is not that you could do something that says I could be a shampoo and a body wash. I could be a body wash and a shampoo.
Or a shampoo and a conditioner.
But when you tell me I'm a shampoo, body wash, and a conditioner,
I just don't see how anything on earth could do all 3 of those things.
you could transform.
He's like having this argument with the store rep that walked over. And Gator's just sitting there like, man, when I was a kid, I just used bar soap on my head. It's just
Smaller than a Tic Tac.
smaller than a Tic Tac, man. And
Used to clean the shit out of my shit. And then he goes, well, thank you for your assistance, Jesus. And he goes,
It's Jesus.
it's Jesus.
Just ridiculous. So it's literally just this quick opening, maybe a minute and a half, but they throw like 8 throwaway jokes at you.
Oh, and
I laughed so hard.
Santino, his friend Mike.
And yeah, this is all before Mike walks
and
up.
Andrew Santino, aka Mike, who's his best friend, walks up and he says, I have the remedy for your acne, basically.
I have the best acne shampoos on the market in here.
He's like, I think I have.
We're not getting out of the bath until we fix it this time.
And then
Gator just goes,
y'all motherfuckers
whoa.
take a bath.
And Mike's like, yeah, it's my favorite part of the week. And Gator in the middle of the grocery store just goes, man, I gotta go get a drink. It just walks off.
I gotta go find me a drink.
And then it just goes, hi, I'm Dave.
as Jesus or Jesus comes back and he's like,
Jesus.
So listen, I have some more questions. And then it just cuts.
He literally goes, so listen. And then, hi, I'm Dave. Hard cut. Dude, this
abrupt cut. Like you're like, oh, this is funny.
It's less than 2 minutes, and it's the hardest I've laughed at TV in general in a while.
This is almost like modern Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Kinda. I will say
it has a lot of dry humor, dude.
I found out the producer is the guy who produced he worked on Seinfeld. I don't know if he produced. He produced The League.
Okay.
So like he's done a lot of this stuff. The producer knows what's up.
So it's
one of the producers.
I mean, there's a lot of dry humor.
Very, very true. That's the thing about a lot of FX shows are like that. Like if you don't like dry humor and you're watching an
might
FX
not like an FX show.
comedy, it's not slapstick, man.
It's ain't for you.
Yeah. FX doesn't just do like the
yeah.
Right. Oh well, when your mom sits around the house, she sits around. No, FX doesn't do that shit.
Like the Wilfred, watch Wilfred.
Wilfred is a good
prime example.
Yeah, man.
What was the other one with Zach Galifianakis when he was a clown?
Oh, the circus clown, or
right.
no, the rodeo clown.
Yeah.
I don't remember it, but yeah.
But I mean, like it's very dry humor.
That's the way FX does things. But so, we cut it. So after that, we cut to Dicky and Gata, and they're just grabbing some quick food. They're going to this place for some
No.
steaks.
Before that, listen, that's way after.
Oh, that's right.
So cut to it goes with Dicky, and he's watching a play. Clearly,
but not
it's
like
a
a Broadway play.
Right? It's a school play.
Yeah, there's like 5 and 6-year-old kids on stage.
And ironically, and I like how it's about the Earth,
which worried me.
It didn't. Well, we have. Well, I want to get into what you think because it didn't worry me because
it's literally kids doing a play about the Earth and pollution,
right? And clearly,
it's clearly Allie, Dicky's girlfriend's class.
But clearly, Dicky, not too many months ago, did a song called Earth.
It is our planet.
We love the Earth. It is our planet. Na, 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 na.
I'm a zebra. Am I black or white?
I'm Kanye West.
But so actually, that's exactly what I was worried about. Because one thing...
It was too on the nose, you mean?
No. So I was worried. So episode 1, we see Dicky do a rap, and it's a new rap that we've never seen before, which I liked. But I was really worried that when we see that it's an episode about, the Earth and this sort of thing, I'm really worried that they're going to make it an episode about Dicky's song Earth. Because FX has done this with shows before. There was a show Legit, ran 2 seasons. It's honestly a really funny show. You know the comedian Jim Jeffries?
Yes.
First season, each episode...
The Australian dude.
Exactly.
Yeah.
First season, each episode basically centers around one of his stand-up bits. So it's funny, but if you've seen their stand-up, you've seen what it is.
You already know the bit.
Exactly.
Well, that was like...
They did fix that with season 2.
Original... So Louis C.K. had an original...
Louis, exactly.
Yeah.
John Mulaney had a show, Mulaney. They did the same thing.
It's almost like if you knew the bits... Or even the first few seasons of Everybody Loves Ray...
See, I never got into that.
Because Ray, like, when you have a family, it's like this.
See,
and my parents are like
the thing
this.
Is, usually when you do
even
that...
Chris Titus.
I never saw his show, but I hear it's amazing.
It really was, but all the bits were...
Well, like when you make an entire episode and it's just like, okay, there's no surprise coming because you already know all of it. And it tends to make a show hard to watch, even if you are a fan. Like going back to the Legit example. I really, really enjoy the show. There's a couple episodes I just got to skip over because I've seen the stand-up so many times. I know
you already know what's going to happen.
So I was really worried that... Honestly, I was worried originally when I found out about Dave, and even more so this episode, that's what FX was doing again. And I got to say, not even close.
Right.
And I was real happy about that.
They what do they call it? When they switch the...
Switcheroo?
They did the switcheroo. There's a term for it where they kind of like... They kind of...
Cockbusting.
might be the term.
I just made that up.
Probably. But they do the old switcheroo on you, and they kind of turned your expectations upside down.
Right, but the thing is, not a lot of people do that.
Right.
So the fact that they did made me very, very happy.
Yes.
And like I said, that was one thing that I was worried was going to happen with this show, and very happy that it's the exact opposite direction.
Right. So he watches the play. Play ends.
And it cuts to Dave, sitting there talking with Allie.
With his girlfriend. Yeah.
And she's like, it was good, right?
And he's like, yeah. He's like, I don't know what to compare it to.
I've never seen anything like this before. I don't know what another school would do with this what direction they would go in.
That's so Dicky. That's such a fucking Dicky line. Yeah.
She's like, oh, Dave.
Right.
And then, one of the other teachers or one of the moms, I think, walks up and is like, oh, hey, John's parents are over there, and
yeah,
they'd really like to talk to Dicky. And then we come to find out.
Well, I like how his girlfriend's like, he's like, what should I say? And she's like, well, don't say like...
Well, first off, we find out that these parents, they lost their child.
Yes.
And the reason Blake's laughing isn't because a child's death.
No, I don't laugh at child death.
Dave immediately goes, "Oh, did the police figure it out?
Or did they ever find out who the murderer was?" And she's like, "No, he wasn't.
He wasn't murdered." And Dave is like, "So yeah, but did they figure out?
Like, was there any leads
what
to follow
happened?
up on? Or
and she just goes, "There wasn't an investigation." And the look of confusion and just the look of what the fuck on her face was so perfect.
And then he's like, so I don't know what to say. And she's like, well, just don't say like I'm sorry or like condolences, but also
like show that you're sorry, but
show
don't
that
say
you're
I'm
sympathetic.
Sorry,
Yes,
I'm sure.
Yes. Basically, don't say the typical things,
be
but also,
somber.
But also say you're sorry.
Because this kid, the kid that died, John, I'm going to keep touching those, and it's going to make a noise on the thing. This kid, John, evidently was a fan of Dicky, so the parents want to talk to him.
Oh, I love it. So Dicky goes up. I love the little line, too. What is that, a young Daniel Day?
Yeah, the kid who's playing The Earth walks up. He goes, oh, is that a young Daniel Day-Lewis?
Immediately I died.
So funny.
So
then Dave and the parents are talking, and they say like, "Oh, our son was such a huge.
He was a big fan of yours and Macklemore.
He was a fan of you, Macklemore. He loved you.
So
guys.
So immediately, and this is just me as a commentator. Yeah. I immediately get the sense the son loved white rappers.
That's what it seems like. Absolutely.
Right? Like Love Like Hip Hop, but was drawn to white rappers. This is obviously his parents are kind of white, kind of well off, as we find out.
Very, very true.
And what it seems like is
the child may listen to Gianni and Kyle.
Also Hoodie Allen, probably.
Well, I mean, everyone should listen to Hoodie.
He probably has a Hoodie Allen poster or whatever. But the sense that I get is the kid is, I mean, he's passed on, but the parents are now trying to do something to honor the kid's
and they
memory.
Eventually ask Dicky, they're like, would you were his favorite.
So the whole premise of this episode is around them asking,
would you do a song for his memorial?
Yes.
And
that is the whole premise of this episode.
It's absolutely. And Dicky's like, yeah, have you heard my
It's a little
content?
racy.
It's kind of jokey and racy. And like, it's okay. We'll ask, just
do what
make
you
a rap
do.
about John. And he's like, well, I kind of have a slow process and da-da-da. He's like, oh, no, that's fine.
We can email you.
We can email you info about him. And he's like, just a heads up, this is my first live performance. I'm like, that's better.
I don't care.
Maybe even better.
Yeah.
And he goes, okay, yeah, so just email me. He just
Don Cheadle's Driveway 02
at littleDicky2.com. And they just look at him. He goes, I know, it's to prevent hackers.
I know it's kind of confusing.
It's just another random throwaway great joke.
But at this point,
and then immediately cut to commercial.
Yeah. So I'm going to tell you at this point, my concern with the parents is, are they literally trying to honor their kid's spirit, like their kid's memory,
right?
Or are they just trying to have a thing because their kid's dead?
So what I'm thinking is, I see that, but what I'm seeing from this is, I see it. They do want to honor their kid and everything, and they do think that the kid loved Dicky, but they've never listened to any of his content ever. And I'm of the idea of like, the direction this episode's taking is Dicky gets up there and raps, and they're just like,
oh God.
We didn't ask for this.
It's about to be like
my word,
like an episode of King of the Hill. Oh,
damn it, Bobby!
Oh.
It's very obvious that that's the direction this is going.
Right. So this is the expectation.
We get back to commercial, and
no, I'm sorry. What I was looking for is like a plot twist.
Yeah.
Right. First of all, they plot twisted us with the Earth thing.
Exactly. But it's like, no. This is the twist. Right. So now Dicky and Gata, they're grabbing some food. They're talking, and immediately the dude at the register recognizes Dicky, and he recognizes.
We're not even
him.
there yet.
Yeah, we are.
No. So then from there we get to Dicky and his girlfriend, and they go home. And the girlfriend's friend is a little
you're right.
One Asian girl
who is cute.
She cutie patootie.
Oh, hope she's in some more episodes.
And so the premise of this, like, there's always, every time you get into a scene, and again, they're like 30-minute episodes, so they don't have a lot of time to waste.
With commercials too,
The premise of this episode, though, is to set up, what do people view Dicky as? Like, who do people view Dicky with?
And Dicky's whole conflict the entire episode is, this is my first live performance, and I'm doing it for a dead kid? Like, what the fuck? So he's also trying to, he's
trying to make peace with this, but he has no idea how he's going to approach this.
So they walk in, and he and Allie are talking. He's like, I can't believe that they would even ask that. Like, have a little decorum or something. It's like, what?
This is my thing.
Yeah.
So he compares it. He's like, if they can't have any sort of if they can't talk to me like a human, like, what separates us from geese? But this is, you know what? I think this is literally the episode trying to point out exactly what I'm saying. Are the parents just trying to do this in the memory of their kid, like in a legit sense?
Right.
Or are they just trying to do the most?
Well, we're going to come back to that in a bit.
We will come back to that by the end,
yes.
I think.
But
we don't know this yet.
No.
Even Dicky, though, at this point is questioning, do they even?
Well, he's not happy about it. He doesn't want this to be his first
as
live.
fuck.
Oh yeah.
And so he
goes to the roommate. Did we ever get the roommate's name? The girlfriend's roommate's name?
Yeah, we have it here.
What do we got for her?
How about we just keep talking?
So he goes to her, and it looks like she's a graphic designer or something. Emma, and he goes, so they want me to do this. He goes, so what do you think about this? They want my first live performance to be and a funeral memorial service for their son. And Emma just goes, I love everything about this. She's clearly having fun fucking with Dicky. And he goes, and they compared me to Macklemore. I mean, I'm not like Macklemore at all.
She checks him on Spotify. Related artists.
Macklemore, Lonely Island. Dicky's like,
I don't even sound like Macklemore. I'd like to be compared to like Kanye West or like.
And she goes, your rap name's a little dick joke.
Yeah, but people don't get it yet.
And she goes, your first single is literally called My Dick Sucks. And he's like, well, you got to be overt and everything. She's just literally not giving.
You're confusing my questions for caring about you. And he's like, oh.
She is. She doesn't
Quippy.
give a fuck.
Quippy.
She is just. She's not giving him any leeway. It's
quip.
Oh, absolute, dude. And she's hilarious.
Oh, absolute.
So fucking funny.
Yeah.
So then it cuts to another scene, and now we're finally at Gaeta and Dicky getting some food. And
No. We're at the studio now. We go to the studio, and Dicky's trying to work now on the song.
No, I'm telling you, I think that the Gaeta-Dicky part's sooner.
Wait for it. We're at the studio now with him and Els, and he's trying to pick out a beat.
No, we're not, because you know what? We definitely saw Gaeta before this part of the episode, because when he goes, oh, Gaeta's coming.
This is when he's in the studio.
Okay.
So
I disagree, but
I'm gonna walk through this.
Walk us through,
and then we can even rewatch this.
Nope.
He's in the studio with Els, and he's trying to pick a beat.
Els, by the way, we didn't say his name in the first episode. He's the friend that's a sound engineer.
Right. So Els is trying to like help him pick a beat.
He's just
going through beats,
different samples and shit.
The way that Dicky is like, I want one that says like I'm sympathetic, but also I'm funny, but also I want people to think like I'm sad, but also
like he plays one.
I'm hyped.
Like Els plays one, and Dicky's like, no, that's too sad. And Els just goes, isn't this for a funeral?
He plays another one, and he's like, that's too urban. And he's like, what are you, a politician
describing black people? Fuck you, man. Els is the quip master of this episode.
Oh, this episode, first of all, the minor characters shine
every single one. They're all amazing.
Emma, fucking his girlfriend,
Ellie, Els, Gaeta,
as we get to the
Mike.
As we get to the closer to the end of the episode, Mike, Gaeta, like all of the like. Don't look for Dicky's not the superstar of this episode.
No,
and I think
that's one of the brilliant
when we
things
talk
about
the
this
recap.
episode.
When we talk about the recap at the very end, I had a problem with this episode because of that. But we'll talk about
you're racist
at the end.
You
yes,
hate honky.
Yeah, well, I love the honky. So he finds a beat.
I definitely have a leaning towards the Caucasians.
So I've not really had a chance to do that.
But yeah, so he finds a beat that he likes, and once again, because the beat goes from like this nice, like this nice sounding
piano
thing, and then straight into like fucking bass buster song.
Yes.
And I gotta be honest, when they do the first part, like the piano part, I no joke thought it was the song Earth.
Oh.
And I was like, God damn it, they're fucking doing it. And then immediately goes to the second part. I was like, nope.
Not at all.
Wrong.
Switching the expectations right there.
Switched it.
Diverting expectations. That's the word I was looking for. Diverting expectations. Every single fucking thing you think that can happen, it diverts the expectations. So he goes in and records.
He gets in the booth and, oh my God, I hope this is his actual process. First thing he does when he gets in his studio, he goes, John. John is gone.
R.I.P. there, John. Hope you're up in heaven with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Except he's not dead yet, so who is?
and then Els in the background like, this is the worst rap of all time.
No, this is the worst thing
of all
time. He's sitting in there. You see him outside the booth laughing his ass off, pointing at Dicky. He is having a blast.
So Dicky gets the text. This is where he gets the text from
Gaeta, saying,
Gaeta.
Oh, okay.
And then he's like, why you keep fucking with that dude? And he's like,
why you keep bringing that guy around, man?
And he's like, well, he's
uplifting.
He's uplifting. He's really cool. And he's like, and he's like, he's just really cool guy.
How's he cool?
Well, he brings me good vibes.
And
yeah.
And he's black. Els flat out calls him out.
Calls him out.
Which is funny because Els is also a
black guy.
So now they're finally fucking.
Hi, you're Jeff.
Hi, I'm Jeff.
Hi, Jeff.
I'm sorry about the comments that I made.
But so Gator texts him. They go out and they go get sandwiches, little sandwiches.
So the cashier recognizes him, but the more important part is he flat out says he recognizes him from YG's Instagram. And that's the important part of that. And then obviously it goes into, oh, I didn't know you were like a real rapper. Which, once again,
sets
if you've
off Dicky while
to Dicky
he's eating
before,
his little fucking Philly cheesesteak. He's like, why would they say that?
But also, if you listen to Dicky before, this is a common theme of his.
Yes.
Like Freaky Friday. Freaky Friday opens up with a whole thing, and
he's not like a rapper.
He's not like a rapper. Like, you thought he was like a little rapper. Like,
he raps about his little dick. It's just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, no, he's just a funny rapper. He's just a funny rapper. Yeah.
And he's
like, it's a whole thing in there. So, and I mean, I gotta assume he's right. I gotta assume he does deal with
That's why he points it out. Yeah.
But yeah. So anyway, you were saying.
So they eat the Philly cheesesteaks. He does point out this kind of commentary on. I think that the important part of the scene is he points out the commentary of how people kind of almost don't take him serious.
Oh, absolutely.
Which adds to his insecurity of like, what am I even doing, and how can I still do what I want to do?
True, definitely true with that.
So the next scene we get to is him doing the R.I.P. John
Flow
my
God.
In front of his girlfriend. And I don't know if she's his roommate or the roommate.
So Emma and Allie are roommates.
Okay.
That Emma is she's the Asian girl, the graphic designer.
Yes.
Allie is the teacher / Dicky's girlfriend, and they clearly live together.
Okay.
At least I think.
Okay.
But so he's in front of the two of them
doing the R.I.P. John rap,
and it's worse than it was before somehow. John's gone. John's gone. Oh, well, and he's like, I think he probably doesn't know nothing. He probably knows even less than his stupid cousin right there. I mean, who knows? John's gone. And then I think it'll end with John's gone, and I'll drop to a knee, and I think that's how I'll end it. That's the hook. And the two of them are just like staring.
Oh my God. What did we just watch?
And so what'd you think? And Emma fucking rock. She just goes,
balls.
I love it. It was the best thing I've ever heard. He goes, okay, so but are you saying that because you actually like it, or because it's gonna sound bad and you're gonna make fun of me? And she goes, I don't know. Oh God, she's so funny.
She's so quippy in this.
Allie's sitting there like, so is that like the
end? It's like I do this in hours. I gotta
do this in 6 hours. Yes, yeah. And you could just see them both like, ooh.
Fuck.
And he's like, should I make it longer? And immediately they're
like, no. So the anticipation is building now in this episode
about how bad it's about to be.
About how bad Dicky is about to suck on this, and I think everybody at this point is like hoping, like, at least I am. And I watched this episode the first time. The song is hot garbage. It's more funny than it is like satirical. It's more like bad funny.
Yeah, it's bad funny. It's not funny the way Dicky's funny.
There's nothing that's going to memorialize this kid.
Yeah.
Besides his name being in the goddamn song.
So
the most that I can hope for is he spits like as he gets to the fucking like.
Yeah, I thought they were going to do it like the first one.
He just stops and then just drops this whole John freestyle.
Exactly.
So I'm aiming to this as I'm watching this, and I'm sure people are at this point.
At that point, I'm sitting there. I'm like, oh, that's what this show's going to be.
Aiming for. This is what they're.
Every episode, he's just going to drop he's going to come around the top of his head. Although once again, I was like, oh man, but what if the song that he drops is Earth?
You're always worried about the song.
I was so worried about it.
You fuck.
It was my thing. But I was also like, oh, so this is what the show is going to be. And the episode is just going to be him like, oh, this is just off the top of my head, and spit a great song out.
Right.
So
I'm anticipating this, even though the song is shitty. In the back of my head, I'm like, oh, I saw the first episode.
Right.
We know he can kill it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So is he going to pull something out of his asshole?
Yep.
We'll see. So all of a sudden, his next scene, he's taking a bath with Andrew Santino.
Mike is sitting behind him.
Washing
Dicky's
his back.
In front, and he's just washing his back.
He's scrubbing the back knee.
They're working on getting his back knee taken care of.
So the joke from the very first minute of the show pays off.
Oh my
because
God.
Because Santino was literally buying back knee remedies for Dicky, and it
he's
pays
there,
off
he's
right
like,
here.
oh yeah, this is much better than last time. What was it? We did 14%. He pulls
like,
out
why do you keep taking
notebook,
notes?
and he's taking notes on the formula he's using. Oh God. And it's just a quick little scene. And by the way, they could have taken it out of the episode and it would have been fine. It didn't need to be in the episode at all.
Oh, I'm glad they left it though.
Oh, absolutely. But it was just such a funny little what the fuck.
It's a what the fuck Dicky moment.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you need it. So, cut
we
to.
cut,
we could have done without that. But it's funnier.
But that's what made it so funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, cut to. Dicky is.
Microphone in hand.
Yeah, microphone in hand.
John. Man, there's a lot of seats in here, huh?
Ready to perform the R.I.P. John song.
This is a loud microphone. And it zooms out. And yeah, there's a lot of seats. But all the seats are empty except for like a couple of kids here, a couple of kids there. It's just Dicky on stage. And
I love how he tries
to... Oh, his friend's name.
Els,
thank you.
I love how he tries to do like Els. Okay, so he's like, I'm just gonna motion to you. Now I want you to just throw your hands.
Wave your hands back and forth. And Els like, that's corny.
I'm not about to do that shit.
No.
He's like, no, just he's like, what are you directing a flight?
He's like, no, man, I just want to go through the steps. He goes, okay, so here are the steps. You stand there. Then I'm going to stand here.
I'm going to go to the car.
I'm going to go to the car, and I'm going to drive home, and I'm not going to be a part of this. So the entire thing is Els on stage with Dicky, and Dicky's like super nervous and getting ready to do this.
Els is throwing quip after quip.
Up.
Quip after quip. Like, it's fucking...
He's mocking him nonstop.
And it's one of the most hilarious little bits.
It is so funny. He makes fun of Dicky's jacket. Dicky takes the jacket off.
The jean jacket off. Oh,
somehow
God.
The outfit underneath is even worse.
It's even worse. It's a fucking pajama outfit, basically.
It's matching two-piece.
He's almost so imagine everybody if you're wearing, what do they call those things that have the girls wear that have the buttons from the top to the bottom?
Romper.
It's like a romper, except
it's not the bromper because they did introduce the male romper.
The bro romper.
But it looks like the design you would see on a romper, but it's a
two-piece romper
and pants.
It's a two-piece romper.
Yeah.
So imagine the pattern. All the same pattern.
Remember your grandmother's cloth couch from the 80s. Someone took that and made it into a goddamned outfit.
They made it to a long sleeve shirt and long sleeve pants.
It is so bad. It's amazing.
It's horrible.
It is so good. So Els is just hardcore making fun of him and everything. And then all of a sudden we see Ems and Allie on stage. And Ems is filming everything.
Oh, Emma, yeah.
Emma. Did I say Emma? Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's filming everything. She's got a camera, like a digital camera, and she's filming everything. And Dicky and Elle seem to notice at the same time, like, why are you filming this? Please stop filming this. Why are you filming this? And she just goes, and Emma goes, for your documentary. At the exact same time, Elle goes, for your court case.
Cut to, they go in the back. And Dicky is nervous as fuck.
So nervous.
Els is still clowning on him. Cut to, Gaeta is walking through and saying, yo, I'm at Charlie's place. This motherfucker got all the shit. He got all the background. Check out Charlie's place. And then, who the fuck is, this is John's funeral.
Goes, oh, my bad. What's up, John? And if you're not following us, Charlie... Gaeta thought the dead kid's name was Charlie and is like Facebook living this shit.
He's like Instagram living. He's Instagram living through the back of what he considers the VIP of the memorial.
And
at the same time,
Emma's filming him.
And before this, Andrew Santino's on the phone. He's like, no, I'm at a memorial. And he goes, no, I'm at a memorial. He's like, no, I don't fucking know the kid.
and Dicky's sitting there and he's talking with Mike and he just goes... And he goes, man, I'm just so nervous. I don't know if I can do this. And Mike just goes, hey, man.
Mike gives one of the best speeches.
Mike gives a good speech. And it's just about how, like, hey, dude, you know what? Maybe stop worrying about your first performance. This isn't about you. Look at the parents. They're having a hard-ass day, man. And you know what? You can go out there and you can do something creative and you can make them laugh. And they need to laugh right now, man. And it's this big, awesome speech.
Uplifting speech.
And then Dicky goes, damn, man. That was inspiring. And Mike just goes, you got the tingles? You got the tingles?
He's
Dicky's like, I got the tingles. He's like, yeah, you got the tingles. All right, I'm going to go in the car and smoke some drugs.
He's like, I'm going to get the tingles too. Daddy got to get the tingles too. I'm about to go to my car and he's like, I'm going to do some drugs. He's like,
how many drugs?
And he's like, all the drugs.
He just walks up. And once again, they're at a grade school at this point. It's the other awesome part.
Daddy's got to get the tingles too.
So we're going to bring you up. We're going to make you feel so much, and then boom, fuck you. Don't believe anything we're telling you.
You got the tingles. Daddy's got to get the tingles too.
How many drugs?
All the drugs.
And so now we're back with Gata and Emma and Allie and Dave. And Dave's like, you know what?
Dave's
can do
in the zone right now.
Dave is in the fucking zone. He's so excited. He's ready to go on. You know, he grabs the microphone. He walks on stage. He looks out from, like, you know, he's in the background, like he's about to really take the stage.
Audience is fucking packed.
And he looks out, man. And he sees these kids, and they're holding these signs.
They're ready.
R.I.P. John.
Not
John
Charlie.
forever. Not Charlie. Rest in peace. We love you.
Right. They're all ready.
Love and happiness. And Dave looks over at the parents. And Macklemore walks in. and
fucking Macklemore.
Gata just turns, still on Instagram Live, just goes, oh shit, Macklemore's here. What's up, Mac? What are you doing here? Yo, man, good to see you here. Gonna be a good show. Wi-Fi sucks, but good show, man. What's with this Wi-Fi? Gata immediately hops
backstage in the memorial.
Emma's still in Mac. It's
the
hilarious.
Dad comes up to Dicky though and goes, "Hey, so
Macklemore's no. He goes, Macklemore's here." And Dicky just goes, "Oh, okay." So
he goes, "So the city permit only allows us to have this place until like 7. And we just
Macklemore. How long is your son?
So he's like, our son had all. Yeah. How long is your set? He's like, man, I have a full.
I can go as long as you want.
Full catalog.
I have a full catalog. A lot of hits.
I can go as long as you need.
And he turns back to Dick and he goes, so we just don't have time for both of you.
So he's like, and you know, he's got a Grammy, and John had all of his posters.
And Dicky.
This is one of the points where you have to turn it up.
This is why you have your subtitles on the entire episode, because I missed it.
And I had to turn it on to this.
Yeah.
As he says, like,
so the dad goes, you know, and John, he had all Macklemore's posters, and he keeps talking, and
Dicky goes, yeah, I don't have any posters, not yet.
I don't sell any posters.
Yeah.
And it's just like the Wayne thing from the first episode. So Dicky's saying that, and he's
easy
just
to miss though,
and the dad's just talking over him, and it's so funny. And then Mac walks up, and he's just like, hey, and Dicky's
holding the mic,
two-fist holding the mic close to him like Linus's security blanket,
and he's like, so that is that mine?
And Dicky's like, oh, I don't know, and Macklemore just grabs it and just like, so you're a sound guy, right?
And so just turn my shit up. Make sure my shit's way up.
Gotta be real loud. And then Macklemore goes on stage and everyone goes crazy. And then, hi, I'm Dave. And that's it.
No. He got the girlfriend goes. So it's a really neat jacket you got there.
Oh yeah,
I love it.
So goes, where'd you get that jacket? The one that Els was bashing
on. And she asked, where'd you get that from? She goes, where'd you get that from? And he's like,
Thrift store.
Hi, I'm Dave. End of the episode.
I gotta say, man, I was excited but worried about this show, and no, I made the mistake. I had no reason to be worried. This show is hitting it out of the park, man.
You think so?
Yeah, dude.
You with it?
Like I said, the thing I was worried about was they were going to follow their old FX format where like, oh, the stuff you already know. Well, you like him because of this, so we'll just do this. Nope. Out the window. They're doing new stuff. The nice thing is Dave's one of the writers on this show.
Yes.
So he's got a lot of creative control.
Yes.
And I think they just...
And he's a producer too.
This episode was rated better than the first, and I agree with that.
It was rated better than the first, and I agree with that. Looking so, watching the first episode compared to the second, like back to back, I watched it. I didn't like the second episode at first.
Oh, see, I liked it better at first.
I didn't at first until I rewatched it.
Yeah,
and then I got a hold of like what the hell was going on.
That makes sense.
And when I got a hold of what the hell was going on, I was like, oh, this episode ain't about Dave. So the first episode's about Dave.
Oh, only.
Yeah, primarily it's Dave trying to like...
And it's a typical first episode in the sense of like, we need to set up what this entire series is going to be about.
What it's going to be about.
In this 22 minutes spot, you know?
I mean, it was like a 30-minute episode, but whatever.
Yeah, but you take the 2 commercials out.
I mean, 31 minutes. Like, it was a 30-minute episode about...
Yeah, but with the commercials in it, I think that...
No. Even on like
oh,
Hulu.
really?
Yeah. It was like 33 with the commercials on Hulu. Yeah.
Well, fuck.
Yeah. The second one was a little bit shorter. But as I talked this out with you and as I rewatched it, I mean, I've rewatched it a couple times. This maybe 10 now. But
seek help.
Stop.
I mean, after season 1's over, but then.
But this episode's about the supporting characters.
Absolutely.
It's not, like Dave is a part of it, and it's still part of Dave's journey.
He's what's bringing them all together, but it's not supposed to be about him.
No.
Which that's even like the speech at the end. This isn't about you. This is about them and what they need today.
Yes.
And dude, brilliant. It was brilliantly written.
Like thinking about it like now as I talk it through. And rewatching it with you, like,
oh yeah, man,
dude, this episode it's a little bit more like
the side characters were flushed
they take
out
over this episode, dude,
and they were flushed out a lot in this episode.
Yes,
I mean, hell, Emma's introduced in this episode, and they made her a pretty robust character real quick.
Yes, you realize like, oh damn, okay,
yeah, it was pretty good. I'm very happy with it. And
they give you a little bit more out of Allie, the girlfinn. They give you a little bit more out of what Gata's there to do, a little bit more out of Els.
Who Gata is, really?
They give you a little bit more out of who Mike is.
Well, because in the first episode, you think Mike's just this kind of negative guy.
Or like this just pretentious, like this pretentious Wall Street worker, like fucking like talks down.
No,
and really
he's
like
super helpful.
His heart is in the game,
absolutely.
but also he's about himself too.
I mean, yeah. But yeah, I'm very excited to see where we keep going.
Yes. Episode 3 is going to be coming.
Dude.
Around the corner
Thursday?
when she comes. I mean, it comes out Wednesday.
Which means we can Hulu on Thursday.
We Hulu on Thursday because I got Hulu. Hey, anybody wants to share their FX with us?
You got to get, I think you watch it on Hulu Live.
I mean, no, if anybody wants to share like FX, like if it's on like YouTube TV or anything.
Well, but FX, you still got to wait until 2 o'clock the next day.
No. FX is like same day. FX is FX.
Well, like, so CBS doesn't do that way.
No, FX though. Like if you have FX TV,
I get what you're saying. Like CBS's app, you got to wait until the next day still. So I don't know if FX is the same way or not.
No, because it's live TV FX. This is what I'm saying. Like if we had cable, we could watch this. We could watch this on Wednesday night on FX.
You know what? I think the good idea is for us to watch it on Thursdays because then Taylor has time to get into town to watch it with us. And then fall in love with us.
Our future ex-girlfriend, Taylor.
I mean,
Sick.
I'm okay with being polygamous. It's whatever. She can love. She's got enough love for both of us.
We can play Bachelor.
Dude, you got practice though. You're the unfiltered Bachelor. That's no fucking fair.
Hi, I'm Blake.
Oh man.
No, but if anybody wants to share their YouTube TV with us,
yeah, we don't want you with us. But we want you to give it to us.
Yeah, if you want to share it with us so we can watch it on Wednesday, feel free to send your credentials to unfilteredbachelor@gmail.com.
You can also email Don Cheadle's driveway at littleDicky2.com.
It's for the hackers. Just to prevent them. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Tune into episode 3 next week where we'll break down episode 3 of Dave. This is me, Money Blake, my boy Jeff.
What's up?
And we'll see you next week. Follow Unfiltered Bachelor, Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, anywhere podcasts are. That's where we are. And tune in for the rest of the episodes. Till the next time, we'll see you.
See you guys next week.
Click
Bye,
like.
I'm Blake.
We'll see you. Peace.